Normal people make me frustrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jillian from Jill's Makeup Fancy, obviously. Today I am doing a concealer declutter. As you can see, I have a bit of a problem. I'm just gonna let you know, and I really love concealer for whatever reason. I feel the need to have every concealer so I can try it all. But you'll be happy to know that I'm going to put that concealer knowledge to good use very shortly, as soon as I can. I just want to do a huge series with concealer, as you can see. At least then I won't feel like such a hoarding piece of shit for having, like, yeah, that's ridiculous. So you guys know how this goes. I don't really need to tell you. You guys are all smart people. Let's just get into this, shall we?
Cowbell. Marimba. She got the stuff. Now all she needs is a place she can bond there. Yeah, it's just my love that all the hipsters like the dance music. Yeah, but I said, oh my God, it's coming back, coming back. It was late the first time round. Oh my God, it's coming back, coming back. I can't bear to hear the sound.
This is my drugstore pile and my high-end pile. This is ridiculous when you start looking at it. So maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and out, you know, one by one, you know, blah, 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 blah. Let's pick up one that I know that I hate. This is the Unique Skin Perfecting Concealer. Mineral Perfecting, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't really like, see how hard, I'm squeezing so hard and you get barely any of it out. This stuff is so thick and it is so hard to like get underneath your eyes, and I don't know if you guys can really see that color, but it is like this weird pinky, almost like red undertone concealer. Like, I don't know how anyone could wear this, to be honest with you. And this is just not a good concealer. I just, no. Okay, so this is a Smashbox BB Ready Concealer. This one I will be keeping. I really like this concealer. I like the applicator. I know some people, they don't like these, like, whatever you want to call them, applicators. I like them. I just find them easy to apply. This one is really, really light. It's not heavy at all. I like the color of it. It can be a little pink sometimes. It can be a little pink on certain people if you're not careful, but I really, really like this one. It's not the most fullest coverage, but for me, I kind of like that because I do have dry under eyes. So this one is definitely staying. Okay, this is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. I really like this concealer as well. This one is a really good drugstore concealer. I find that it has pretty good coverage. It's lightweight. It's able to stay for more than 2 seconds. I really, really like this one. I think it also looks really, really nice on camera. So if you are on a budget and maybe you want to do videos, this is definitely something that I would suggest. So this is from Anna Sui. This is their Anna Eye Brightener Illuminator, blah, 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 blah. I really like this concealer. Besides the packaging, is that not like the most adorable thing you've ever seen in your whole life? I really like how pale this is. So this does a whole bunch of brightening for me. It's really pale and I absolutely love it. It also has like, yeah, sometimes like people don't like, if you have a really bad aversion to scents, you're not gonna like this. But I really like the way this smells. It doesn't have huge coverage, but it is really easy to blend out and it just kind of looks seamless and airbrushed under your eyes. I love it. The Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I really like this concealer. It has coconut in it and I feel that it's really lightweight, and it has pretty good coverage for feeling not cakey. It's really easy to blend out, and I do like the shade. If you're really pale, this is the palest one. Most of my concealers will be the palest shade. I feel like they could have gone they could have gone another couple shades paler. So if you're super porcelain, this might not work for you. If you're my shade, it will work for you. It does brighten, does all those fun things. I just really like this one, so keep it. Next one, I know I have 2 of these, so we'll do these guys together. So these are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I feel like everybody and their mom has these. I have the brightening one, and then I have the one that's like, I have light and brightener. So yeah, this one that's like more pink brightens, and then this one is just like the lightest concealing shade. As you can see, I've used, and these aren't the first ones. I think these are probably like the three or four that I've gone through of these two. And these are holy grail. I could use these for the rest of my life and be completely happy. I recommend these to everybody and anybody, definitely. They are amazing, plus they're drugstore, which makes it even better. This is a Bare Minerals concealer. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever used this. I think I got it from one of my sisters, and it kind of confuses me. I don't know. I've never used it. My skin just seems too dry to be using powder concealer, so this has have to get passed on. Okay, this is Intensive Skin Serum. I got this as like a point perk from Sephora, and I really wanted to try these, but the shade that they sent me, like, how am I supposed to highlight or conceal with that? Like, seriously? So yeah, I'm gonna have to, maybe one of my friends or something, I can give this to somebody. I don't know. It's just, this is one of the newer concealers from Marcel. If you want to see this piece of shit in action, you can definitely do that and go check out, I can't remember which video it is now. It's not that many videos ago. It might just be like trying new products or doing something or other. I don't remember, but this is a horrible concealer. If you're in the States, you don't have to worry about being affected by this bugger because it's a Canadian brand. So I got it in the lightest shade, which is Fair. And let me show you what they think Fair is. Seriously? How is that your fairest shade? And then on top of that, if you have any sort of texture or dry patches or anything on your face, it will stick to it. And it looks horrendous. I do not recommend this for anybody on earth. This is one of the worst concealers I've ever tried in my whole freaking life. I'm serious. Do not, if you're in Canada, stay very far away from this guy. Very far away. Okay. Next up, this is the Cover FX Cream Concealer. For under the eyes, this is a no-no. It is way too thick. I don't use it for that, but as you can see, I do use this quite a bit. I use this to spot correct. It really helps with hyperpigmentation or any sort of acne, anything like that, so this guy will be staying with me. Okay, next up, I don't know what the hell. This is like the hard candy pencil you're supposed to outline stuff with. I've used it like once to try and outline a tattoo to just show if it would cover it, and it really didn't make a difference. So this is gonna leave my collection. It's just gonna get thrown out. I might as well find the hard candy. Here we go. So this is the hard candy that little pencil goes with. I do really like this concealer. It's very hydrating. If you have really oily skin, I wouldn't recommend this for you. This is also, these concealers do go really pale. So if you have pale skin, you could definitely find your shade. Oh yeah, that's the other kind of gross thing. See, you have to make sure that you shake it up really well because it will separate like that. Oh my god, you're not even gonna believe what just happened. Literally, as I went to go squeeze it, the bottom just like, I'll show you. The bottom just like opened up. Shit. Well, it looks like I'll be getting rid of this concealer. Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, I will tell you about it. This is not the lightest shade. A very small amount goes a very long way, as you can see. Like, I could probably cover my whole goddamn arm with this. It's very, as you can see, it's very like illuminating and it's very hydrating. If you have oily skin, it will break up. This is not a concealer I would recommend. I'm gonna go clean this up now. Okay, anyway, moving on. This is the Dior Skin Star Concealer. I have it in the lightest shade 001. This is a fabulous concealer. It is, again, a lighter concealer. You'll see a trend here. I have dry skin, so I try to stay away from really, really heavy ones, but they sneak in. But this is a really light concealer. It's not the lightest, like this is the lightest shade, and it's nice, but it's not gonna be like, if you're super, super pale, it's not gonna be something that's gonna highlight a lot for you. I like this for natural days. I find that it blends in flawlessly, it doesn't crease. I feel like it looks really natural. I don't know if you could tell, like I was barely putting pressure and it just blends away to nothing. It's Dior, it's a more expensive concealer, but if you have dry skin and you're wanting something for every day and you're willing to pay a little bit more, I feel like this one is really good. I feel like this one would also work extremely well with more mature skin. So definitely take a look into that if you have problems. Okay, next up, this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Anti-Fatigue Radiance, and honestly, I feel like I need to use this one more before I can say anything. I don't remember a whole bunch about it just because it has been a while. I'm pretty sure I liked it for being really, really nice to blend out. Yeah. And I felt like it was really, really hydrating under the eyes. Yeah, so I am going to keep this one, and it is a nice concealer. I don't really like the packaging. I find that this kind of packaging can end up being really, really messy, and I'm just not the hugest fan of it. But this was not my favorite. I don't hate it, but I do think that it's a decent concealer for dry skin especially. Okay, this is the Stila Perfecting Concealer. Okay, don't judge me, but I've never used this. This is in the shade A. A lot of times my concealers get lost, so I'm gonna have to try this. It feels extremely thick. I think that this is maybe something that's not gonna look the best underneath your eyes. Yeah, I can already tell. You know what? I can kind of already tell that I'm not gonna be the hugest fan of this. It feels really, really thick on my hand. I got the lightest shade and it's still not really that light. I think I might put this one in the move pile because I just know that I'm not going to pick it up over the other concealers that I have that I like so much better. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. Perfecting Concealer. This one, the only issue is and yeah, I got the lightest shade in Ivory. This is another thing, like I don't know who they're thinking these shades are. Like I find that this shade is really, really, it turns out really, really dark. I hate this packaging. It's really, really, really not well made. It makes me sad because I really like e.l.f., but this thing is like really hard and it grinds in there. It feels like it's almost like falling apart. And I don't know. I find this concealer to be extremely patchy. I don't find that it blends out very well. It is in their dollar line, so I mean, compared to like the HD lifting concealer, this thing is not as good. So if you want to buy one from e.l.f., don't get this one. Pay the extra $4 and just get the HD lifting one. Okay, this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have this in the, this is in the lightest shade Chantilly. If you're pale, like really pale, this one will be good. because yeah, as you can see, it's like super light, so you can definitely highlight with that if you want. This one again is a little bit more expensive, but you do get a lot of product, and a little product goes a long way. You'll have this for a while. Even if you're using it every day, you can still stretch this out to make it last pretty long. Some people find it to be a little bit thick, but again, that's why I'm saying just don't use as much and blend it out. I feel like it blends out seamlessly. It doesn't crease on me. Just make sure you set it. This is probably one of my favorite concealers. That's all I have to say about that. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Primer, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Obviously, I used the whole thing, but I think it's been sitting in my drawer for about 1,000,000 years. Like, I don't even think there's anything left. Yeah, no, it's not. Obviously, I used the whole thing. I don't think I minded it, to be honest with you. But I don't remember anything too crazy about it. This is the lightest shade, and it does say it's supposed to be an illuminator, but I don't feel like it's that light to have that claim on it. I think if you're looking for a decent concealer in the drugstore, this one's okay, but I feel like there's a lot better out there, and for less money. Okay, this is the Clinique Airbrush Concealer. I really, really like this concealer. I feel like their claim of airbrush is correct. The shade is really pinky, just so you know. It is very pink. I can wear the pinker shades. That doesn't really bother me, and I do find that it brightens really, really well. I feel like this stuff blends out just seamlessly. It's a lighter coverage. It's not going to cover up everything, but it highlights and brightens all the time while looking natural, and I just feel like it doesn't settle into any fine lines. I absolutely love this concealer. I like the packaging. I like the applicator. I just really like this. This is one of the more high-end ones, but I feel like this one is a really good choice. And just in case I didn't mention it, this one I am decluttering from my collection. Okay, next up we have the e.l.f. concealer. This one says Ivory. I believe this is a stick concealer. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I bought this, to be honest with you. I'm not a huge stick concealer fan. I don't really like the shade of this concealer. It's pretty yellow. I will say though, as far as stick concealer goes, it does blend out okay, but I find that it can stick. If you have any dry patches or anything, it sticks to them, and it just ends up not looking as polished. And again, with e.l.f., their HD Lift-In Concealer is a lot better. I do like this packaging, but I mean, maybe as a blemish, you could use it for like covering up blemishes, but I don't think it has enough coverage to do that. So I'm going to declutter this one from my concealer. I never reach for it. I'm not a huge stick concealer person, so this guy's going to go. Next up, I have the Dermablend Smooth Camo Concealer. I've never tried this. I just recently got it, so I am going to hold on to this guy. I got it in the lightest shade, which is Fair. And Dermablend is known for their high coverage. Ooh, that's light. I can't wait to use this. They're known for their extremely high coverage, like, you know, amazing quality products. I have their foundation as well that I want to try out. Damn, that is some full coverage. Yeah, I'm excited to try this out, so yeah. If anybody else has been using this, let me know, because I want to know your thoughts about it. I never hear anything about Dermablend, like never. Okay, so this is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer. I have it in the lightest shade Fair. As you can see, I really like this concealer. I don't know what it is about it, but it has been one of my favorite concealers for a while. I like the packaging on this, as long as it has like a felt tip. Damn, I'm almost out of this sucker. As long as it has like the felt tip, I'm cool with it. I think because it also has a really nice shade, like it's not too dark. I don't know, I just really like this one. I find that it has decent coverage, it doesn't crease on me, it lasts a really long time. It's really inexpensive. I think this is an amazing drugstore concealer, so If you haven't tried this one out and you're looking for a new one to try, this is definitely one that I recommend. Next up, this is the Smashbox Photo Op Under Eye Brightener. Okay, so this is kind of a weird product, and I actually have had people ask me how do I use it, because I've talked about it in favorites before. This is not your traditional concealer that you're gonna use and it's gonna cover up, as you'll see. It's very liquidy, and it's not gonna cover anything. Basically, what I do with this is I put it on under, you can put it on, it says you can put it on underneath your foundation, over top of your foundation. I just put it on over top of concealer. Basically, it's very subtle. It's not gonna be like a highlighter, and I think that's what people expect, but you don't really wanna highlight that part of under your eyes, but you do wanna brighten it. So this is able to do that, right? I put it underneath before I put on my foundation, before I put on my concealer. Sometimes I will dab this underneath there, and it does brighten somewhat. It's not gonna be like a wow, oh my god. So honestly, I wouldn't suggest buying it. I'm not gonna repurchase this. I feel like it's an okay product. I feel like it does brighten, especially when those days where I'm just like, oh my god, I got the crappiest sleep ever. This sometimes can give me that extra little boost. But if you're going out and looking for an eye brightener, I wouldn't suggest getting something like this. I would just suggest getting a concealer that's gonna do that brightening for you. But before I go, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use it all up. I'm not gonna repurchase it. Okay, next up, this is the Physicians Formula, whatever it is. I talked about this on my Snapchat, and if you're not following me on Snapchat, why not? Here's the link, go follow. So anyway, I was talking about this on my Snapchat, and I bought this because this packaging is so damn cute. Oh, whoa, weird, it's not doing it now. So the first time I bought it, oh my god, I feel like an ass. So when I bought it, you can ask my Snap fan, I'm not lying. When I bought it, all that came out was liquid. That was it. So I actually haven't tried this, and I'm really liking the way it looks right now. So I need to try this. I was going to throw it out because of what was happening, but I guess it just needed to settle, and I shook it and shook it and shook it. So yeah, I'm gonna try this baby out. If you've tried this out, if you've tried any of these concealers out, let me know what your opinion is. If I don't have a concealer out that's your favorite concealer, tell me what it is so I can go try it, because I really need extra concealers. Okay, so this is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. This is a more recent concealer launch, and I really like this concealer. I find it's amazing. This is the lightest shade, again, and it is a light shade, as you can see. I love it. This has quickly become one of my favorite concealers. It's so light, it brightens amazingly, it's so easy to blend out. It doesn't crease on me, it stays put for a long time, it's not cakey. I just absolutely love this concealer, and I will probably repurchase this guy till the cows come home. So yeah, this is an amazing, amazing concealer. Okay, next up, this is also a newer buy for me. This is, and it's newer for Bourjois. This is Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer, Corrects, Illuminates, and 24-Hour Hydration. I got this in the lightest shade, of course, and the shade is actually quite light, especially for drugstore. Usually their lightest shade, you know, sometimes it can be hard to find a really, really, really nice light concealer in the drugstore. But this I found was kind of patchy, and it stuck to dry patches on my skin, which is funny because it says it's supposed to be like hydrating and moisturizing and all this other stuff. I've only used it once, so I need to use it again, and I'm gonna do that, and hopefully my skin was just having an off day that day. I'm not sure, but I will get back to you on that. If anybody's used this guy, please let me know and tell me what you think of it, because I haven't seen this one either, because you guys can't get it in the States. You can only get it here in Canada, and then like in the UK, and then I'm not sure about other places. I'm sure you can, but those are just the two places I know you can get it for sure. It also smells really, really good. So I'm gonna hold on to this guy and see how it goes.